In the name of Almighty Allah, the most gracious, most merciful. As Muhammad, peace be upon him, narrated, if anyone travels on the roads in search of knowledge, Almighty Allah will cause him to travel on one of the roads of paradise. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Tariq Masood. Thank you very much for watching my videos and your exceptional support to make this channel a grand success. We are a family and partner. Please subscribe and share our channel if you haven't done so far. We as a team can work together to convert challenges into opportunities and opportunity into success stories. These success stories can be monetized into value addition in the world by large. Thank you very much for your precious time. Okay, today I'm going to discuss my lecture number 7 on challenge for organization model. Before my lecture, I used to read a Quranic verse. Kala Rabbi Shrali Sadri Wayassarli Amri Wahalul Uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma Rabbi zidni ilma. My Lord, open my chest and ease my task for me, and loose a knot from my tongue, that they may understand my saying. Allahumma Rabbi zidni ilma. O Allah, advance me in my knowledge and a true understanding. Thank you very much. From my next slide, I'm going to give a recap what we have discussed from lecture number 1 to 6, and then we will give a key takeaway points from lecture number 7, what we are going to discuss today. Lecture number 7, a key takeaway. Before key takeaway points, I will describe what we have discussed so far in lecture number from 1 to lecture number 6. Lecture number 1, we have discussed what is the change, cost of uncontrolled change, how it becomes intolerable. Lecture number 2, we have discussed trying to control the events, importance of knowledge and knowledge sharing. Lecture number 3, strategic analysis of an organization leading a change transition period. Lecture number 3, globalization, post-industrialization, distressing collective the organizations. Number 4, let's set the scene, confront historical process, history of the present, internal mutations within each society. Number 6, we have discussed lost confidence, confidence problem, understand the situations, agreement on the basic observations. Today we are going to discuss confidence crisis section 2. Already we have discussed in part 1 lost confidence, confidence problem, understanding the situation and agreement on the basic observation. Okay, we'll focus on confidence crisis. On later stage we will discuss middle age or Mad Max, the American model, many words for a single disease, Germany escaping the crisis in different ways, Asia, the frailty of dragons. Okay, now I'm going to give you a lecture number 7, a key takeaway points. Okay, key takeaway points, lecture number 7. First, the primarily day-to-day manners, cooperations, traditional structures, what is proletarian, optimistic side and understandable. Okay, so from my next slide we will discuss what is a primarily day-to-day manners. Okay, confidence crisis we have already discussed in our lecture number 6, section 1. Now we are going to discuss section 2, confidence crisis. First, what it demonstrates here. First, a primarily day-to-day manners, what it mentioned here. Then key to revolution, try to understand, variety of case studies. Okay, primarily in the day-to-day manner in which they work together, which is the key to revolutions of organization, which we are going to try to understand through variety of case studies. Definitely working is no longer what it used to be. Okay, now on my next slide we will discuss what is the cooperation, how the cooperation can be established between workers and in an organization. Okay, now cooperation of this lecture. First, then working is no longer focal point of this lecture. What is this? Bureaucrats. And fourth decisive step, what it basically demonstrates. The key word for tumor organization and thus the focal point of this lecture, those who, unlike the bureaucrats in the preceding, as we mentioned earlier, are part of the business, which have already taken the decisive step toward network, toward a blurring of traditional structures. What traditional structure basically? Okay, first we'll discuss what traditional structure mentioned here. First are traditional structures, how it's linked up with and overlapping with different activities, overlapping with drastic internal and monopolies. Okay, the traditional structures toward overlapping function and the drastic elimination of internal monopolies are perhaps experiencing more difficult working condition, but in any case are much more optimistic about their future. Of course, between the two extremes lies a kind of tidal basins of business which move from one extreme to other, at times seeking gurus, at others seeking recipes or tips which might help their leaders in their genius to spare the organization a slow and painful revolutions, or at least to help the organization understand why and how it must change and why it should be happy about it. The anxiety stems from that which we call repolarizations, which we'll discuss on my next slide, what it basically demonstrates here. Okay, now if we can see here, repolarizations of former proletarians, the Edgar Morrison and Seminar Express, there is a liberal scenario itself which postulates that the negative effects of globalization results specifically from resistance to it. Eventually, there are those who, in the fight against unemployment, advocate an increase in work flexibility, which in fact leads to widespread decrease in salaries more closely in line with salaries in the newly industrialized countries, or even job mobility, that is cross-spanning to change in American capitalisms, which is itself increasing deteriorations. Okay, now what is basically mentioned, if you have proletarians, what you think about as far as the optimistic side is concerned on a confidence crisis. Okay, first we will discuss on the optimistic side what it demonstrates here. On the optimistic side here, it has three elements. First, progressive, then decline, and then it demonstrates link to society through third sectors, and then it demonstrates upfields. Okay, now there is a progressive decline of a traditional way to work, basically in industry, and an increasingly important link to society through the third sector, as we mentioned here. Okay. In short, there are some who see in the unremitting disruptions accumulating over the last few decades either an inevitability with unpredictable and disastrous consequences, or on the other hand, a source of new opportunities which must not be missed so as to partake fully in the upheavals. So that is how it mentioned on the optimistic side. Now on my next slide we'll mention what is the understandable factors. Okay, now we'll discuss what is understandable. Okay, first here, understandable, it has three different segments. First, decisive players, then structure phenomena, and number three here, managing change. It is understandable that since they were at once decisive player and simple bystanders in this tempest. How human beings waver between these two positions. This is part of the short-term nature of the structural phenomena and is proof enough that simply being involved in a given reality does not necessarily mean. And we will understand it better. We will have to bear this in mind later on as we take up the matter of the managing change. Thank you very much. It was my last slide of confidence crisis. On my next topic, we will discuss middle age or Mad Max. Okay, what we discuss today here. First, primarily day-to-day manners, cooperation, traditional structure, what is proletarians, grassroots and popular. Number 4 and number 5 we discuss optimistic side and understandable factors. Thank you very much for your precious time. Next topic we are going to discuss middle age or Mad Max. These are a few references. You can read more materials related to my lectures. First, managing challenge for 21st century. Second, next frontiers. Then city groups here and essence of decisions, bureaucracy phenomena, actor and system, that you can have more reading materials. Thank you very much for your precious time. Thank you very much for your precious time. Together, everyone achieve more. Please don't hesitate. Send me your feedback and comments. t.masood.dr@bath.edu. Please stay at home, safe, inspired and blessed. Thank you very much again for your precious time.